So good afternoon again. Our lesson for this day is about ratio and proportion. So when we say ratio, it is used to compare two quantities by division. And pwede siyang isulat as x to y or yung x tapos may colon, then y. Or pwede siyang as fraction, yung x over y, where our y is not equal to 0. So isusulat ko lang yung mga kung ano yung mga pwede nilang. So we have x to y. Ang given variable natin dito ay x and y. And then x, tapos yung colon, y. Pwede ring fraction, we have x over y. So yung y natin is dapat hindi equal sa 0. Bakit? So additional information kapag kasi nagkaroon tayo ng fraction na may denominator na 0, that is undefined. Okay? Hindi ko sure kung nabanggit ko na siya sa inyo. We have undefined. And in a ratio, quantities involved should have the same unit. Ratio should be or should also be simplified by reducing it to lowest term. So again, dapat kapag ratio, we have the same unit. Kasi kapag iba na yung unit, pumapasok na dito yung rate. Okay? Yun yung rate kapag iba yung unit niya. So for example, we have write and simplify each of the following ratios. So yung first one, we have,
Good afternoon po.
good afternoon, we have 20 degrees to 5, ay, to 5 degrees. So same unit sila, which is ang ginamit is yung degree symbol. And then, para ma-simplify natin, since ang 20 and yung 5, divisible sila by 5. Tama? So, kapag dinivide natin yan, magiging 20 divided by 5 or pwede mo naman direct na 20 itong given dito, i-divide mo siya dito. So we have 20 divided by 5, that is 4, di ba? And then 5 divided by 5, we have 1. So kapag sinimplify natin siya, we have 4 degrees is to 1 degree. Okay? Basta tignan mo lang kung ano yung
Pa rin po yung unit.
again.
Kapag po teacher, na-simplify na po siya, lalagay pa rin po yung unit
Oo.
niya nung nauna.
Yung sa bukas ay hindi lang nila nilagay. Pinakita lang yung kung paano siya sinimplify. Tapos, next we have letter B. 1 foot. Dito naman, di ba since kailangan nating magkaroon ng same unit, may mangyayari pang ano dito, conversion. Ayan. So, we have 1 foot to 8 inches. So, ilang bang inches meron tayo sa 1 foot? Ilang inches?
12 po.
12 inches. So, yung 1 foot gagawin nating 12 inches. Kasi nga, kapag ratio ang pinag-uusapan, kailangan natin dito is same unit. So, we have 12 inches to itong 8 inches. So, same unit na sila. And ngayon, ano yung pwedeng i-divide sa kanilang dalawa? 12 and 8. So, divisible sila by 4. Tama? Kasi yung 12 magiging 4 times 3 and then yung 8 magiging 4 times 2. So, divisible sila by 4. Kaya kapag sinimplify natin, 12 divided by 4, that is equal to 3. So, we have 3 inches. And then, yung ating 8 inches, kapag dinivide siya sa 4, we have 2 inches na lang. So, ang simplest form niya ay 3 inches to 2 inches. Okay? Naintindihan ba yung dito? And we have example number 2. The ratio of the angle. Ito na yung ginamit siya into statement. So, the ratio of the angle measures in a triangle is 2:3:7. So, ito yung ratio niya. 2:3:7. Ito yung sa angle measure ng isang triangle. So, for example, ito yung triangle. Yung isang angle, we have 2, tapos yung isang angle, 3, yung isang angle, 7. So, what are the measures of the angles? Based dito sa ating given ratio, which is equal to is to 3 is to 7. So, ang kailangan lang natin gawin, ilan ba ang measure or total measurement ng ating triangle? Ilan? 180 degrees. Huwag niyong kakalimutan yung mga properties na yan. So, ang measure ng ating triangle is 180 degrees. Since ang ratio lang naman ang given, we have 2, tapos nawawala yung pinaka measurement ng angle. So, magiging 2x plus, pag pinagsama-sama natin yan, dapat ang total ng ating angles ay equal sa 180 degrees. So, to add, we have 2x plus 3x plus 7x. Kasi ang ratio, yan yung ratio, tapos yung x dito yung magsisilbing value ng angle nila. So, we have 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 7, we have 12. So, we have 12 and then yung variable x equals 180 degrees. So, para makuha natin yung value ni x, we have to divide both sides by 12. And then, cancel. So, we have x 180 divided by 12. So, solve natin dito para makita nyo. 18 divided by 12 is 1. 1 times 12 is 12. And then 18 minus 12 is 6. And then bring down 0. So 60 divided by 12 is equal to 5. And then 5 times 12 is equal to 60. And then 60 minus 60 is 0. So the answer is ito, 15. Pero, x pa lang yan. Hindi pa natin nakukuha yung mismong measure ng bawat angle. Ang kailangan lang natin gawin is to substitute. Since nakuha na natin yung value ni x, i-substitute lang natin siya dito. So, halimbawa, yung 2x, ito yon. So, pag sinubstitute natin siya, we have 2 times yung x, which is 15. So, it is equal to 30 degrees. So, itong isang angle, we have 30 degrees. And then, for example, ito yung 3. So, we have 3x. I-substitute lang natin siya ulit. We have 3 times 15. That is equal to 45 degrees. Next, we have itong 7x. So, pag sinubstitute, magiging 7 times 15. And 7 times 15, 15 times 7, we have 35. 5 carry 3. And then 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 3 equals 10. So we have 105. So para ma-check mo kung equal nga siya sa 180, gagawin mo lang is to add all the angles. So we have, or yung measurement ng mga angles. We have 30, 45, and then 105. So 5 plus 5 is 10. So we have 0, carry 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 4 is 8, and then bring down 1. So, a total of 180 degrees. Ibig sabihin, kapag nag-equal yan, dito sa ating 180 degrees, yung mga nakuha mong answers are correct. Okay? Clear ba tayo dito sa example na ito? Clear? Okay. So, next, ano naman yung sinasabi nating proportion? So, when we say proportion, it is an equality of two ratios. And in the proportion, we have A is to B, hindi ito nagbabago, equals C is to D. At may tinatawag tayong extremes and means. So, ang extremes dito, yung dalawang nandito sa A is to B is equal to C is to D. Bakit ganito yung extremes niya? A and B are called extremes. Mali yung ano niya, mali yung B niya dito. Palitan nyo siya. A and D dapat. Di ba yung nasa book, yung definition, sabi niya A and B are called extremes. So, mali yung nakalagay dyan. I-rewrite nyo D. D yun. A and D. Yung dalawang nasa dulo, yun yung extremes. May error lang siguro ulit. Again, yung dalawang nasa dulo, we have A and D. Yan yung tinatawag nating extremes. And then, we have yung means. Yung means, yun yung dalawang nasa loob. Itong B and C. Tama naman yung dito, B and C. So, yan ang means. Ang kailangan lang natin gawin, yung dalawang extremes is imumultiply, and then yung dalawang means imumultiply. So, kapag nag-equal yung kanilang product, ibig sabihin, yun ay proportion. Okay? So, for any non-real zero or non-real number, the following properties hold. First is in any proportion, the product of the extremes equals to the product of the means. We have A is to B equals C is to D. Then, itong AD is equal dapat siya dun sa BC, yung kanilang product. And yung property 2, the proportion A is to B is equal to C is to D is equivalent to the following properties. Yung B is to A, kapag binaliktad to, kung nauna man si B and A, and then we have inuna si D and C, as long as hindi magkakapalit yung kanilang partner. Magka-partner pa rin si AD and then magka-partner pa rin si BC. Okay siya. Yes?
Excuse me lang po, tinatawag po ako sa kabila po.
Sige, sige. So, basta ito lang tandaan nyo. Pag minultiply yung dalawang means, dapat equal siya kapag minultiply mo rin yung dalawang extreme. So, let's have examples. So, dito, we have to solve x in each proportion. So, itong mga given A, B, C dito, given na yung or proportion na sila. Ang kailangan lang natin gawin is to find the value of x. So, we have letter A. Ang given dito ay x is to 5 equals 6 is to 10. So, kagaya ng sinabi ko, i-multiply lang yung extremes and means. So, alin ba yung mga extremes dito? We have x and 10. So, x times 10, we have 10x. And then, yung ating means. So, we have 5 times 6, that is equal to 30. So, for us to get the value of x, dividing both sides by 10. Then cancel, we have x is equal to 30 divided by 10, that is equal to 3. So, ibig sabihin yung x dito is 3. Ang new, mo niyan, we have, yung dalawang ratio mo, we have 3 is to 5 equals 6 is to 10. So, sinubstitute lang natin yung value ni x, and then pag chinek mo niyan, 5 times 6 is 30, and then 3 times 10 is 30. So, kapag equal, that is a proportion. Another example, we have 27 is to x equals x is to 3. So, this time, dalawa yung missing, which is yung ating mean. So, x times x and then 27 times 3. So, first, we have to multiply 27 and 3. 3 times 7 is 21. So, we have 1 carry 2. And then 3 times 2 is equal to 6 plus 2 equals 8. So, 81 is 2 or equals x times x. We have x squared. And then, di ba, i-apply na naman natin yung mga pinag-aralan natin dito, yung extracting the root. So, we have to put or insert square root. And then, makakancel itong square root, makakancel itong exponent. So, the value of square root of 81 is 9. So, positive lang yung kinuha natin. And then, i-substitute na naman natin yung ating x, yung value ng x. So, magiging, ito, 27 is to, yung first x, we have 9, equals 9 is to 3. So, 27 times 3 is 81, and then 9 times 9 is 81. So, kahit na negative man yung kuhanin nating x dito, di ba, square root of 81 is positive and negative 9. Kapag negative ang kinuha mo dyan, so we have negative 9 times negative 9 is still positive 81. So, ibig sabihin, another proportion. Okay? Last, we have letter C. Ang given natin dito, we have x is 2, x plus 4 equals x minus 3. Ay, wait lang. X minus 3 is 2, x plus 7. So, dito, unahin muna natin yung extreme. So, we have x and then itong x plus 7. So, we have x, multiply natin siya sa x plus 7. And then, itong dalawang nasa gitna, we have x plus 4 multiply by x minus 3. So, apply ulit natin yung mga pinag-aralan natin. Yung sa
Teacher,
distributive,
3 po yung
ay sorry,
sa X-Men.
x minus 3 pala. 3 na bagit ko pero iba yung sinulat ko. So, i-apply natin yung sa distributive property. And then dito naman, anong method yung gagamitin natin? Di ba pinag-aralan natin yung mga yan? We have to use the FOIL method. So, ano ulit yung letter F? First term. And O, outer, I, inner, and then L, last. So, dito, first is x multiply kay x. The answer is x squared. And then x times 7, sumobra. X times 7, that is 7x equal. So, FOIL method, we have x times x. Yung mga first term, we have x squared. And then, yung dalawang last, outer, we have x and negative 3. So, x times negative 3, that is negative 3x. And then, yung inner, 4 times x, we have positive 4x. And then, yung dalawang last, 4 times negative 3, we have negative 12. And then, anong kailangan natin gawin? So, dito,
Combine letter po, teacher.
oo. So, dito, x squared, tsaka x squared, kapag nilipat natin itong x squared, so magiging x squared, tapos yung positive, magiging negative x squared. So, parang kinancel mo lang yan. Tama? Tama? Kasi, x squared, magtanggal ka ng x squared, 0. So, parang kinancel mo lang yon. Lagay ko na lang dito. Ayan, so makakancel na yan. And then, dito may natira pang 7x. Ito, positive 4x minus 3x. That is x na lang. Tama? So, pag nilipat mo si x, magiging negative x. Tama? Equals, dito, may natitira pa tayong negative 12. So, 7x minus x, 6x na lang. And then, yung negative 12. So, para makuha natin, dividing both side by 6. Makakancel. So, x now is equal to negative 12 divided by 6 is negative 2. So, this is now the value of x. So, try natin siyang i-check kapag pinalitan natin yung x dito. So, magiging negative 2 is 2, negative 2 plus 4, and then equals, erase ko na itong iba, equals, yung x ulit, we have negative 2 minus 3, and then negative 2 plus 7. So, first, isolve muna natin yung mga nasa loob ng parenthesis, negative 2. And then, negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. Equals, negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. And then, negative 2 plus 7 is positive 5. Now, multiply the extremes. We have negative 2 times positive 5 is negative 10. And then, positive 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. So, nag-equal, that is also a proportion. May question? May question ba dito?
Wala po, teacher.
Okay. Erase ko na muna. Ano yung nandito? Bakit may mga properties silang in any proportion the product of extremes? So, i-check natin itong sa example number 4. So given that x over y equals 7 over 5, complete each equation. So yung sa letter A, ang given lang is si 5x. So sa tingin nyo anong ginawa niya? Kapag kasi ito x is to y, magiging ano lang kasi sila, naka fraction form. So we have x is to y, ganyan siya. And then 7 is to 5. So dito, kapag ganyan yung formation niya, pwede tayong mag-cross multiply. So first, ito yon. Same lang dito. X times 5. So x times 5. So same lang. So ibig sabihin, x times 5 is 5x. Equals, ano kaya yung nawawala dito? Malamang, ito yon.
7y po.
Have 7 times y or 7y. Ayan. So anong ginamit na property? We have property number 1, which is i-multiply lang yung extremes and means. Next, we have yung letter B natin, pinalitan naman yung formation. We have si y, tapos ito yung x, and then ang kasama ni y is 7. Tama? Ay, bakit ganun? Y, x, x,
5
y.
po.
Ay, hindi. Division pala ito. Division siya. Hindi siya division siya. So, ang given dito is division. So, y over x. Bakit dapat 7y ito eh? Magiging x over y. Same lang naman. Equals 7 over 5. Pero, ang dito is y over x. So, malamang kapag ito yon, mag-start ka kay y, papunta ganyan. So, ano yung, ano niya, ano yung same niya? Kasi ang x natin, ang y natin siya si b. Tama? A is to b equals c is to d. So, dito sa property 2, meron kasi tayong mga, itong first, second, and third. It's either b is to a is equal to d is to c, and then a is to c equals b is to d. So, ang pinartner niya dito is si b and a. Tama? So, kung ganon, papunta tayo dito. D and C. So, kung y over x, magiging 5 over 7. Ayan. Tinignan lang natin yung kanilang equivalent letters dun sa A, B, C, D. Kung B, A, D, C. Next, we have x over 7. Ito namang yung parehong una. So, kung x and 7 yung pinartner, malamang y and 5 yung magka-partner. Nakukuha nyo? So, we have x and 7 equals y over 5. Ayan. So, naintindihan? Naintindihan ba to?
Sir, ano po sagot niya?
Ito yung mga missing. Kumbaga, ano lang. Ito. Parang complete ano lang siya. Bibigay mo lang yung nawawala. Again? Sino yun?
Medyo magulo po.
Sige, ulitin ko
Dun
lang.
po sa
Oo. So, yung first kasi, ang ginamit niya doon sa property 1, yung diniscuss ko sa inyo kanina, yung extremes and means. So, we have, di ba, x over y is equal 7 over 5. So, pwede nyo gamitin yung cross multiplication, which is x times 5 is 5x. So, since given na dito sa letter A yung 5x, ang kailangan mo na lang is kunin yung means. So, we have y times 7, that is equal to 7y. So, ibig sabihin nyo nawawala dito is yung 7y. Okay? Next naman, we have y over x. So, kung y over x, ito yon, y and x. Ibig sabihin, yung denominator and then numerator. So, pag ganito naman yung formation niya, yung ating mean and then extreme. So, ganun din sa kabila, yung kanyang mean and extreme. So, yung mean niya is 5. And then, yung extremes is 7. Ito yung mean, or ito yung extreme, and then, yung mean. Okay? Next is, ito namang x over 7. So, tignan mo ulit dito, x and 7. So, ito yung pinag-partner niya. Yung dalawang numerator. So, malamang ipapartner mo yung dalawang denominator. We have y and 5. Okay na? Tignan mo lang kung ano yung mga kinuha niya para maging equal. Kasi nga sabi ko, dapat balance or dapat equal kasi sila kasi nga proportion yung pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? Okay na?
Yes po, teacher.
So, yun dito naman, we have geometric mean between each pair of numbers. So, using property 1 of the proportion, we have b squared is equal to ad. Parang ano to, yung sa completing the square or extracting the root, I mean. So, para makakuha natin yung value ni b, ang kailangan natin gawin is to extract the square root. So, cancel, cancel. b now is equal to the square root of, maingay. b is equal to the square root of, bawal may res. b is equal to the square root of ad. So, ganun din dito. So, find the geometric mean between each pair of numbers. So, si letter A, we have 4 and 9. Okay. So, dito, kailangan mo lang gawin is to multiply. So, 4 times 9 is 36. And, kunin mo lang yung kanyang square root. So, square root of 36 is 6. And then, letter B, we have 8 and 18. So, multiply mo lang ulit. And 8 and 18. So, 18 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Carry 6. And then, 8 times 1 is 8 plus 6 is 14. And then, the square root of 144 is 12. Kasi 12 times 12 is 144. Next one, we have 10 and letter C. 10 and 24. So, dito, multiplication by the power of 10. Kung ilan yung 0, ganun lang din ang ilalagay ng 0. So, we have 24. And then, lagyan mo lang siya ng isang 0. So, the square root of 240 is, wala siyang exact value. Ngayon, hanap ka lang ng factor ng 240 na kung saan merong value yung kanyang square root. So, dito, we have, ano ba yung mga numbers na pwedeng i-divide sa 240? So, mag-list down tayo. Para paano kapag hindi nyo alam. So, 240, divisible ba siya by 2? Divisible ba siya by 2? Uy. O, para mas madali, sige. Yung mga may value na lang ng square root. Di ba meron yung mga value is 4, 9, 16. Kaya dapat matandaan nyo itong mga to. 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. So, paano nakuha itong mga to? Kasama pala yung 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 3, 9. 4 times 4, 16. 5 times 5, 25. 6 times 6, 36. 7 times 7, 49. 8 times 8, 64. 9 times 9, 81. And then, 10 times 10 is 100. So, hanggang dyan muna tayo. Ngayon, hanap ka ng factor dito or ng number na pwedeng i-divide sa 240. So, malamang okay si 1. Pero wag na natin siya, i-accept na natin siya kasi kapag ito, nilagay mo, square root of 240 times 1, so parang walang nagbago, di ba? So, si 4, divisible ba si 240 kay 4? O, wag mo na isali si 0, so 24 na lang para hindi kayo mahirapan. 24 divided by 4, possible ba? Sabihin nyo lang kung yes or no. Uy, 24. Yes, kasi 6. Tama? 6. Uy, sumagot naman kayo. So, divisible siya. Next, sa 9. Divisible ba si 240? Or 240 divided by 9, pwede ba? Hindi. How about 16? Pwede ba? 240? O, itry nyo. 24 divided by 16 is 1. 1 times 16 is 16. And then, 24 minus 16 is 8. Bring down 0. 80 divided by 16 is 5. And then, 5 times 16 is 80. So, divisible siya. How about 25? Hindi. How about 36? So, kung 36 na yan, kapag nag-try and error ka, so we have 7, for example, 42, carry 4, 21, 25. So, sumobra na siya. We have 252, hindi siya. So, ibig sabihin, kung hindi si 36, malamang hindi itong mga to. So, ano yung pinakamataas? We have 1, 4, 16. So, 16 yung kunin natin. So, ibig sabihin, magiging 16 times, yung nakuha natin dito, we have 15. Ngayon, meron na tayong isa na may value ang square root. We have 16. So, pag nilabas natin yan, square root of 16, we have 4. And then, matitira dito sa radical yung 15. So, we have, ang simplest form ng ating square root of 240 is 4 square root of 15. Nakuha yung point? Naintindihan na? Na?
Opo, teacher.
Ayan, wala nang question about dito sa ating pagkuha ng geometric mean. Now, yes.
Kung tandaan po namin yung
Again, parang may ano sa, may ano. Hindi ko maintindihan.
kailangan lang po namin 1 or 9
Kailangan nyo lang
tandaan, teacher.
yung,
Mga 1, 4.
ito. Oo, kailangan nyo ito tandaan. Pag hindi nyo ito matandaan, i-multiply nyo na lang sa sarili nila yung mga counting numbers. So, 1 times 1, 1. 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 3, 9. Ganyan. Okay? So, ang may susunod dito, 11 times 11, 121. 12 times 12, 144, and so on. So, kung wala na kayong question dito, magsagot kayo. So, we have, dito sa accuracy, page 241, to simplify the following ratios lang naman. Hanap lang kayo ng number na pwedeng i-divide sa dalawang yan. Halimbawa, sa 15 and 12, ano yung number na pwedeng i-divide sa kanila? And then, i-simplify. Next, dito, since kasi meron siyang kasamang mga exponent, parang ang tignan mo kasi yung tag dito, yung pinaka lowest na exponent. Halimbawa, ito. Meron akong 2x raised to 4 and x raised to 3. So halimbawa ganyan. Ano ba yung pinaka-konting exponent sa kanila? So we have ito, x raised to 3. So, kung di-divide mo yan, both by 2, ayan, x raised to 3, x raised to 3. So, mag-stay si 2, and then x raised to 4 minus, parang ano lang to, yung sa pagsasolve ng ating mga loss of exponent. So, 4 minus 3, so x raised to 1 na lang, or pwedeng wag na natin ilagay si 1. And then x raised to 3 times divided by x raised to 3 is 1. So, ito na yung answer. Okay? Okay? Tapos, dito naman, i-apply lang din yung sa number 5 or sa number 4, ganun din siya. And then, yung sa number 5, ganun din, na siya kaagad, naka-ganitong form. Yung naka-fraction form na siya. Pero same lang yung gagawin nyo. Next is, etong sa basic application, solve for value for x, ang gagawin nyo dyan is cross multiplication. Kasi hindi sila naka-arrange as yung extremes and then yung means. So, ang gawin nyo is cross multiplication. Para makuha nyo yung value ng x. Okay? Okay ba?
Teacher, pwede
Yes?
po, teacher, yung po sa basic application, sa paper na lang po siya.
Sige, okay lang.
Teacher?
So, yung yung number 1 lang ang isasagutan dito sa basic application. Pero yung number 2, yung complete each statement, wag nyo na. No? Bali, ang gagawin nyo lang, yung sa accuracy 1 to 5, and then basic application 1, A, B, C. Okay na?